So here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the Nike Union LA Dunks in the Midnight Navy colorway. Can you tell any differences between these two? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I have another comparison video for you between two pairs of the brand new Union LA Dunks in the Midnight Navy colorway. This pair on my right is the retail pair and this pair on my left is the fake pair, and I'll be showing you the differences between the two and what to look for if you're trying to purchase the retail pair. So we'll get straight into the video. The first difference to note is between the two boxes themselves. So as you can see from the close-up here, the retail box is much larger than the fake box, and both these shoes are the same size, so there should be no difference between the boxes. And also, if you look from above, you can see that the color of green of the box is slightly different from retail to fake. On the retail one, it's a slightly lighter green than it is on the fake one. Also, when looking from above, if you look at the Union LA text, you can see that it's a little bit larger on the retail box compared to the fake one. Now, if we spin the boxes around and take a closer look at the labels, you can see differences here once again. So this time, unlike my other videos, the retail pair was purchased from the US, so it has a US price tag on the side of the label, whereas the fake one doesn't have this. That's quite surprising to see. However, if we do take a closer look at the labels themselves, you can see that the font and text size on the fake label is much thicker than it is on the retail one. So take a closer look at this, because this does not normally happen between retail and fakes, so really do pay attention. But like I say in pretty much every video, nobody wants me to talk about the boxes for the entire time, so we'll open them up and take a closer look at the shoes. We'll open up the retail one with the paper across the top, open up the fake one, and they also have the paper going across the top. However, if I give you a close-up, you can see differences between the two papers. What's interesting to see is on the retail one, you can see this almost stamp-like logos across the paper, and this also occurs on the fake one. However, they don't actually have that stamp-like appearance like they do on the retail one. Even the logos of the man across the top looks like they've been stamped onto the paper, whereas on the fake one, you can see they pretty much blend in with the paper, and the overall color of the paper is a lot more blue on the fake one compared to the retail one, just because it doesn't have that same stamp-like appearance. So here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the Nike Union LA Dunks in the Midnight Navy colorway. Can you tell any differences between these two? So the first difference that occurs on this also occurred on the Argon colorway that I did before. So if you look at the toe box and look at the perforation holes on the toe box area, you can see that they stay pretty consistent on the retail pair compared to the fake one, where they're much larger across the toe box. So pay close attention when looking at the toe box area, because this is a telltale sign with all the colorways of the Union LA Dunks. The next difference I'm going to show you actually occurs on the underside of the label on the tongue. If I show you the text here, you can see a difference between the retail and fake. Where it says made in Vietnam, you can see that on the retail one, this text is closer to the stitching above, whereas on the fake one, you can see there's a much larger gap here between the stitching and the made in Vietnam text. So the details between these two shoes are very small indeed, so you're going to have to pay close attention if you are trying to authenticate your pair in hand. Spinning the shoe around to the back and taking a look at the Nike logos on the heel, we can actually see differences here in the color of the text. So here from the close-up, you can see that on the retail pair, the Nike logo is a lighter color than it is on the fake. However, they are relatively close, so do pay close attention, and I can only really see it in studio lighting. So if we take a look at this mesh-like material overlaying the blue beneath, we can see slight differences here. So on the retail one, it must be noted that this mesh material is slightly thicker than it is on the fake. This can be seen as the blue material below is much stronger on the fake one compared to the retail one, and shines through a lot clearer than it does on the retail one. However, once again, this is incredibly close and very difficult to see unless you're in studio lighting and have both pairs in hand. When looking at this badge on the outer side of the heel here, you can actually see slight color differences between the two. However, once again, it's incredibly close. But what I would say is on the retail one, it gives off a more navy appearance, whereas on the fake one, it gives off a slightly more black appearance compared to the retail. When looking at the bottom of the dunk, and you can see that silhouette shining through the sole, what I would say is the position of it is slightly different from retail to fake, and it's a slightly more visible silhouette on the fake one compared to the retail one. Looking at the outer side Union LA tag, you can actually see that the position of this is much better than it was on the Argon pair. However, the label still remains slightly too big on the fake one compared to the retail. If we look at the material on the outer swoosh, we can actually see a clear difference between the two. And if you look at the blue lines in particular, you can see that they're much thicker on the fake swoosh compared to the retail one. So an interesting thing to note is this is the retail pair, and this is the right foot, which has the spare laces. And this is the fake one here, and it's the left foot, and it has the spare laces. So the spare laces should be attached to the right shoe. So just look out for that, because the fake ones seem to have got this wrong. So now if we look at the left shoe, we can see it does actually come with a label, and unfortunately my retail pair, the bottom part of this label tag actually broke off, which is quite annoying because I actually wanted to compare that. However, I'll compare the upper part of this tag because that's all I can do, and we can see slight color differences between the retail and fake once again. It just looks a little bit more dull on the fake one compared to the retail one. And spinning this upside down once again is the exact same on the other side. Now we're going to take a look inside the shoe. So it does actually come with a paper shoe stuffing, and the retail one, which I'm just ripping out, is here, and the fake one is here. And if I give you a close-up of this, you can see a clear difference between the two. The retail one is a brown cardboard-like paper, and the fake one is a white paper. So there's a clear difference between the two in terms of color and in terms of feel and in just basic appearance. The last difference I'm going to point out actually occurs on the toe box area. If you're looking down from above, you can actually see the color of the toe box is slightly different from retail to fake, but I don't know if this is because the mesh material on the top is slightly thinner or not, or the actual material below is a different color. So just look out for this from above. You can see that the green color coming through is different from retail to fake. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope it has helped you if you are trying to authenticate your pair. These are the two pairs and they were quite close, but there are some differences to look for if you are trying to authenticate your pair. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and helps me do videos just like this. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you have an amazing day.